before that,
Yeah.
the ID soldiers got attacked by the extremist Jewish settlers.
Okay.
And Kotz comes out. He goes, "This is very scary," and he takes the law off the books for the Jewish extremist settlers, but he still has the law in, on the books for the Palestinians.
What law is this?
It's administrative detention.
Why would Israeli citizens be put into administrative detention? It doesn't make sense.
It's
You don't
a
know what
Jewish
you're talking
extremist.
about.
I'm talking about the Jewish extremist, the one that terrorized IDF soldiers.
changed how I do business.
Okay, so they would be arrested for crime, not administrative detention.
Yeah, they would. No, they go under administrative detention. The law was supposed to be for those people that are terrorizing Palestinians and the IDF soldiers in the West Bank.
The cloak at the end of the episode on Arrakis.
But apparently, Kotz is like, Kotz said, Kotz is,
been a lie. They've
Kotz
been
is right.
orchestrating it, pulling the strings this
That's
whole time. I love the way that he walks
Kotz,
into
Kotz, whatever you want to call it.
I think it's
Well,
got to do
it's
with
got to be.
Wait.
I think it's got to do with that apartheid law. No. I think it's the apartheid.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big
He's talking about the apartheid law between the West Bankians. You know, those who are in Judea.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day, but I have no supporters. So if you have the chance, please subscribe.
I mean, it's the same thing when it comes to globalization. The death of genocide, 100%. Definitely.
So what?
Please don't.
It's an SI genocide.
What's SI?
Definitely. Self-inflicted.
Oh, it's auto genocide. That should be illegal. We're going to have to pass another law.
Yep. No, it's to me that word genocide can be used.
Please don't scroll.
But only when you use the word self-inflicted before the actual word genocide. Then we know for
That's
sure.
very
it is
dark.
genocide.
It's very dark. Because, listen, Iran knew what was going to happen when they sent those people into Israel. And Yahya Sinwar knew what was going to happen, how Israel would respond. They wanted this response. They wanted their own people to die. And that's about the sickest thing that I've ever heard. And I don't even know what to do about it.
But why did they confirm? Why did they confirm for the first time the Mother? Why did the Kotz apparently came out? He's confirming. He's like, yeah, we're the one that killed Ismail Haniyeh. Why did they do that?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Like suddenly, is it because before Trump takes on?
I'll tell you what. Hello.
Yes, I can hear.
I'll tell you why he did that. He did that because with the mentality that he did in the area, everything's got to be a game of smoke and mirrors. Keep your enemy close. Your friends close and your enemy closer. You know what I mean? Everything that goes on in that region is a second-guessing game. It's exactly the same thing with the bleepers. You know, these guys from Hezbollah, they thought they were buying their beepers their pages from a Taiwanese company. They got shafted 10 years ago. They thought they were buying the best pieces of equipment that had ever been sold in pager reality, and then they just waited for the time. As soon as they started to think, oh, there's something wrong with these beepers, we think something's going to happen, that was the time for Israel to set them off.
Yeah, but you know what I think about the beepers, though?
Yeah,
I think
massive terrorist.
Yeah, there was somebody inside the Hezbollah, right, that you guys paid off. Here, you could sell the beepers to your people. So you infiltrated Hezbollah's team, or whatever you want to call it, right, militia group. And that's how they came across these beepers. Otherwise, who would go such a lengthy, because there's a video that came out, a documentary, I think, it took you guys 5 or 10 years to pre-plan these pager attacks or something. That's what I heard. And the planting, these little tiny bombs and whatnot inside the pager, it's I don't know. And then the company came around, they filed a lawsuit against Netanyahu and Mossad, whatever. And the other company, there's two companies, Walkie Talkie and the pager. They both came around and filed a lawsuit against you guys, right? So why would you waste such a long time, 5 years or 10 years, in pre-planning all of this?
Smoke and mirrors, my friend, smoke and mirrors. That's what happens. You see, what you understand, the whole idea of what's going on is it's a state of patience. You got to be patient when you're dealing with this sort of thing, Amir. It's not a question of just running into the fire. You have to work work out your strategy. You have to know what you're doing. You got to hit when the timing's right and when it's least expected. That's how you win wars. Yeah. The problem with you guys, or should I say not you, because I don't believe that you're a warmonger. The problem with people in that part of the world is that they feel like they've won a war even though they've lost the war. What type of war winning is that? You lose a war and you still think you've won the war? That's a bit sad.
Because the consequences are so severe that they can't even admit to themselves or to their superiors when they lose. So they go around lying to themselves and to others about winning it. They did this in Egypt when we took out the Air Force on the ground before they even took off in 1967. They lied about it, and in lying about it,
I mean, what
they
is it that
left
you guys
themselves
are
open to
winning?
more
I mean, you
attacks.
haven't until today being able to eliminate the Palestinians until today. So what are
We
you
don't
guys
want to.
doing?
Because
What
we're
are you
not
guys look on?
monsters.
Yeah,
We
that's
have no
why.
desire to
Okay, on that
You guys
subject,
will
I would
The
actually like to
Declaration-
read a little excerpt from the
Israel's-
very anti-Semitic, like
Israel's
Israeli
Declaration of
publication.
Independence says that we will live in peace with our neighbors, and that's what we intend to do. However, if
Yeah,
they
in
pick up a
peace
gun
with
to
our
kill us,
neighbors. I would actually.
correct. But if they pick up a gun to kill
Yeah,
us, we're going to come and we're going to take that gun out of their hands, and that's a promise. So do with
Okay,
that what
so
you will.
let me just
but don't
read a
complain.
little excerpt
Don't
on that matter.
complain.
Let me.
Don't complain when your actions have consequences. If you kill Jews, you're going to hear from us. And it's not going to be
no one
good.
is complaining. I just want to read a little, like a self-confessed testimony by an IDF soldier, IOF soldier, published at the Haaretz just a few days ago, through like a psychologist, Israeli psychologist, Joel Elizel. A new commander came to us. This is quotation mark through and through. A new commander came to us. We went out with him on the first patrol at 6 in the morning. He stops. There's not a soul in the streets, just a little 4-year-old boy playing in the sand in his yard. The commander suddenly starts running, grabs the boy, and breaks his arm at the elbow and his leg here. He shows where it is. Stepped on his stomach 3 times and left. We all stood there with our mouths open, looking at him in shock. I asked the commander, "What's your story?" He told me, "These kids need to be killed from the day they are born. When a commander does that, it becomes legit." So this is the very moral occupation army that Il Normo has been talking so highly about here, and the non-existent desire by the Zionist entity and its goons to exterminate the Palestinian people. If this is how you treat and talk about like children, then you can infer from that like what is going on. But like you need to have at least 2 functioning brain cells to do that, which apparently not everyone possesses in this room.
Once again, who knows what you read from or if you made it
I
up.
posted the link. You can go read it for yourself or normal. Like, yeah, aren't you so keen on information? You can go open the article and read the whole thing by yourself. I just quoted. I literally quoted everything. So if you want to double check, you can click the article and go read it with your own too.
So your case is based on one guy. You've decided that you believe one Jew. So what you do is you cherry pick.
No, it's not just one Jew. There are several accounts on that article in normal. There are several accounts, and that is one that I chose.
You literally said it's an IDF soldier. And I
Yes,
told
it's an
you.
IDF soldier.
it's
Such
abnormal.
accounts have been replicated at museum.
No, I think Amir is accepting.
No, but it's between El Normo and Loki. It has nothing to do
Yeah,
with
but
me.
Amir, you're the moderator here.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm allowing it. I'm
If it's
allowing
coming from
Loki. I'm providing
what?
evidence coming from Haaretz. Haaretz is right.
Evidence?
But
What
you
he
can't
provided
be a fair
was
weather
one
support. You
person's
can't be a fair
story.
weather supporter, Amir. This is from Haaretz. Come on. Amir,
Haaretz.
you know very well. Haaretz is
Yeah,
worse
they're
than
very
Al Jazeera.
anti-Semitic publication.
Haaretz is
Yeah,
worse than Al
absolutely.
Jazeera.
Like they're so anti-Semitic. Like we could not take like one word of what they say.
Haaretz is
Haaretz is
anti-Semitic.
worse
That's
than
your
Al
job.
Jazeera.
It's your job to hate Jews, not Haaretz's job.
Yeah, it's my job. Il Normal. Yeah.
And I know you're
Loki.
ashamed of it.
Like you can
Because
issue
you're
like an
ashamed.
official document claiming that I'm
Loki, I've got a question
anti-Semite.
for
That's
you.
fine. I can
Because
carry it
you're
around.
ashamed.
Loki,
Because
which
I have
American
zero shame
university?
on what I'm doing because I'm just literally quoting
Because
to
you're
you.
saying,
But like
blame
we're
us for
literally
what you're
your
doing.
soldiers have like literally I just quoted to you what happened in Gaza through
Yes,
the
you
mouth of
quoted
an
one
IDF
too.
soldier,
You
and you
quoted
are saying that
here's
I'm the
your
one
anonymous
twisting the
story.
words.
Here's your anonymous
Yeah, it's not
story.
anonymous.
Very credible.
You,
Very credible.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
credible.
okay, and your stories are more credible than those, obviously. We
What
just
story is
sit
that?
here and
Purity
listen
of
to you
arms?
blab all day long.
I don't have stories. I just quote facts to you to banish
You don't have
silly-
stories. You actually just have
your-
lies. That's what you have. You
your
have like a
pal-
book
your
of lies that
pally
you repeat
propaganda.
here every single day and gaslighting
Okay.
people. That's what you have.
Okay, so what's the lie? I challenge you. Tell me one lie I've ever told. One. Go ahead. Take your time.
Normal. You might find this amusing, entertaining. I actually
So
don't.
you don't have any.
I'm not going to be
So why
playing
did
this
you
little
say it?
stupid game with you.
So what's one?
I'm not going to be a liar. That's why everyone in this room
Okay, so
knows
what did I
it.
lie about?
And I'm not going to be this little,
Great.
oh, so tell me one lie. Tell me one lie. I'm not going to be
Tell me
playing
one
this
lie.
with you or normal. If you want to do
Tell me
it, you
one
can go
lie.
to the kindergarten and find some kid to play with you.
Aren't they supposed to be saying something like, "This is the most wonderful time of the year"?